Hi, this is Jo from Reunion Island at the moment. I want to talk a little bit about grammar because students who start working with us are often quite concerned about their ability to write grammar. In fact, people often say, I can't do grammar. This is, in fact, not true. Everybody can do grammar. If you couldn't do grammar, you wouldn't be able to write any kind of sentence or even put a sentence together, as you do all the time, automatically, every time you talk. So the most important thing to remember when you think, I can't do grammar, is that you should be communicating when you write in the way that you communicate with people you talk to. You should be writing in a way in your voice. So when you want to express something, all you have to do is think how you would say it if you were talking to somebody of similar sort of education, intelligence as you. You would just talk to them as I'm talking to you now. I'm not using anything in particular. I'm not using special words. I'm just communicating. This is what you need to do in your writing. What people often mean when they say they can't do grammar is that they don't know all the words that explain and describe grammar. They may not know the difference between an adjective and an adverb. They may not know what a relative clause is. But in fact, that doesn't mean you can't still write them. You just don't know the names for them. This isn't really very, very important. The other thing that people really worry about a lot with grammar is punctuation. In fact, most people think of punctuation when they say grammar. Now, punctuation is part of grammar. It's the way that we. I'm getting bitten by mosquitoes. It's the way that we mark what. Well, I have to edit that bit out. What a lot of people worry about when they talk about grammar is punctuation. That's one of the first things they think about. So a lot of people are really unclear about things like semicolons, colons, which are in fact some of the easiest ones to understand. So right, I'm going to have to start that again. A lot of people think that grammar is all about punctuation, and punctuation is part of grammar. They're the little marks that we use to define our meaning and to show exactly what our words are meant to be doing in the sentence. And it's true that a lot of people are a bit unclear about the rules, especially around complicated things like apostrophes, colons, semicolons. They're the ones that people get in most of the panic about. In fact, the hardest punctuation mark to use properly is the comma. It has the most complicated rules for use and is quite often misused, but it's the one that people think is the easiest. So when it comes to punctuation, again, it's not critical, it's not the end of the world, but it is quite important if you want to be taken seriously as a writer, and if you submit your work for publication, at some point someone's going to look at it and say, this isn't very well punctuated. And so when it comes to punctuation, I would recommend that you do get a book. There are loads and loads of simple punctuation books on the market. Get one or look it up online and learn the rules for each mark. There aren't many. There are only about 8, 10 different punctuation marks that we use in English. So have a look, learn the rules and make sure you understand them. They really aren't difficult. And just doing that will give you lots more confidence as a writer. Okay, that's my thoughts on grammar.